Warne calls out batting mystery. Skipper's nightmare exposes big Aussie dilemma. Talking points. It was not pretty, but Australia got the job done on Friday night, defeating Sri Lanka by 20 runs at the SCG to end a dramatic week. There were some promising signs from a few star players, but interim coach Andrew McDonald also would have been left questioning some strange choices with the bat in hand. Here foxsports.com.au looks at the talking points from Friday night's win. Watch the Dettol T20 Series Australia vs Sri Lanka. Every game live and on demand on Kayo. New to Kayo? Start your free trial now. Were funky Aussie tactics a new directive? Australia came under fire from Warne and Waugh on Friday night over their tactics with the bat following Justin Langer's departure. The Australians weren't shy to experiment with plenty of premeditation and unorthodox shots littered throughout the order. Warne and Waugh weren't impressed as Australia collapsed from 1-80 after 10.2 overs to 9-149 after 20. The Australians have batted poorly, Waugh said. There's no other way to describe it, they've left themselves short under pressure. Just too much premeditation for my liking from the Australian batsmen. There's no doubt that there was a rustiness on display, with many players having not featured in a competitive match in almost a month. But Warne was eager to delve deeper, questioning whether or not there was a directive from a Langer-less coaching staff for the Australians to go out and express themselves. Warne and Waugh didn't see eye to eye over the talking point. Waugh believed that it had nothing to do with tactics and that each individual was guilty of making their own errors. But Warne wasn't quite convinced. Here's how their conversation played out. Warne: do you think that's a directive from the coaches? Or do you think the players have done that? Waugh: coaches don't tell batsmen how to bat. You should know how to bat at this level. Warne: so it's not team tactic or anything like that, you don't think? Go out and express yourself. Waugh: I wouldn't have thought so. Just an individual thing. But they've all done it. Warne: that's why I'm asking the question. Waugh: I don't know what is said in the dressing room, but I'm saying no, it's an individual thing. Warne: I understand what you're saying, Junior, but why have all the batsmen done that? Has there been a plan to let's play the reverses, let's try and premeditate and upset fielders? Are they trying something, the Australian side? It hasn't worked tonight, it might work the next game. I'm just wondering whether it's a direction from the team. I just wonder if it's a new way Australia are going to play their game, or if they'll look back on this and say, guys, what are you thinking? I just wonder if it's a new directive because every batsman is trying it. Every single batsman has tried to reverse, walked across, a lot of players have done it. Australia have got to question themselves on the way they got out too. All this premeditation. I reckon they just got too funky and they're probably a bit rusty, so even more reason to keep it a bit simple. Zampa is the real deal, already a world champion. Adam Zampa's stocks keep finding a way to rise. The leg spinner on Friday picked up where he left off with ease as he turned the game on its head within the space of just 3 balls. Having only leaked 1 run off his first set, Zampa's second in the 11th over saw him remove 2 set batters, Pathum Nissanka and Karatha Zalanka, to all but win the game for Australia. He went on to claim brilliant figures of 3-18 from his 4 overs, despite it being his first competitive game in almost a month. Sri Lanka is now statistically Zampa's favourite team to bowl to in world cricket, with 19 wickets at just 9.89 against the nation. In T20 cricket since the start of 2020, Zampa has averaged less than 25 with the ball while striking within every 18 balls. It all bodes well for Zampa and Australia, with another T20 World Cup on the horizon. He's a class act, Zampa, Warne said. He's really raised his game in the last couple of years, he's the real deal. Waugh added, he's no soft touch, is he? He's been one of the better bowlers in T20 World Cricket. Finch nightmare highlights Aussie spin woes. Aaron Finch was clean bowled by a Wanindu Hasarangarong for 8, having earlier survived a tight LBW call. While 1 wicket in T20 cricket can't set off the alarm bells alone, it did highlight a concerning issue with the veteran opener. Warne noted in commentary that Finch now averages just 7 against leg spin bowlers who bowl wrong-uns. The stat didn't shock Waugh, who said, "I don't think he picks wrist spin. I think he's very good against orthodox spin, that's his sweet spot. But wrist spin, it doesn't surprise me those stats." The